Hey everyone, this is Kim Quady with KimPlaysWithPaper.com. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Mesa, Arizona. Been here about a year and a half, so I'm excited to be here to share some fun card making samples and tips with you. It's a sad day. There are only 6 days left of Stampin' Up's SaleABration sale. This is Stampin' Up's most exciting sale of the year because with minimum purchases of $50 and $100, you can earn free products. And I think I may have told you this before, but when I was a beginning stamper and when I yet wasn't a demonstrator, I would save all of my Christmas money and my birthday money because I have a birthday in January, and I would save all of my money and save it up for SaleABration so that I could get one of each of every of the stamp sets and whatever they were offering. So it's always sad when SaleABration is over, but SaleABration is coming back a second time in July and August, and we'll have a whole new slate of really awesome products for you. So today I'm going to show you, let's see, what I have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 card samples using the SaleABration sets with one fun fold, showing you the different ways that you can use the designer series paper and the stamp sets with one fun thing. So thanks to Mary Kay and Sandy for joining me this morning. And I see some other of you are on. So let's get started showing some samples and stamping and just reminding you of what's available during SaleABration if you haven't had an opportunity to take advantage of that. Just a sec. All righty. All right, so this is the SaleABration brochure. There are 7 items available at the $50 purchase level and 2 available at the $100 purchase level. Let me just run by those real quick, and then we'll show you the card samples, and then we'll make a card. The Darling Donkeys stamp set, available with a $50 purchase, as well as Approaching Perfection. This is a really good one for birthdays and belated birthdays. Corner Bouquet, flower images. Heal Your Heart. Love some of the sentiments in there, especially wishing I could heal your heart. And I love the font in the thank you. Good morning, Deb. Thanks for popping in this morning. The other $50 level is a stack of 6x6 designer series paper. The Oh So Ombre. Good morning, Chris. Thanks for popping in. And also at the $50 level, we have the Paper Blooms designer series paper, 12x12 this time. And the Flower and Field designer series paper, another 12x12. At the $100 earning level, if you spend $100, you get free the Berry Blessings stamp set, as well as the Berry Delightful designer series paper. And the last but not least, for a $100 purchase free, you'd get a Touch of Ink photopolymer stamp set, and it has it's a 2-step stamp with 2 packages of 2 sleeves of stamps. So I have incorporated all of those elements into 5 of today's cards using one fun fold. So let's see, let's start here. So this card uses the Touch of Ink stamp set along with the Flower and Field designer series paper. And this is how the card looks when you open it up. And there's a trick to it, and it's really super slick, so hang with me, and I will show you how that's done. So this is using Touch of Ink and Flower and Field designer series paper. All right, the next one uses those fun donkeys from the Darling Donkey stamp set, Hey There Friend, along with the Oh So Ombre designer series paper. Again, that same fun fold. Thanks, Cindy. Thanks for popping in. I hope you have power and that you're warming up there in Texas. This is from the Approaching Perfection stamp set and the Oso Ombre Designer Series paper. There's a little balloon in that Approaching Perfection stamp set, so I just colored it with some of our Stampin' Blends and used the paper along with the Happy Birthday. Next up, let's see, I've used 3 of the SaleABration items in this card. So it's the Paper Blooms 12 by 12 Designer Series paper, the Corner Bouquet stamp set, and the Heal Your Heart stamp set. So I love that. Just love the font in that. I wish that that would stay. This one uses the items from the $100 price point. We have the Berry Blessings Designer Series paper and the Coordinating Berry Blessings stamp set. And then I used the Strawberry Builder punch to just punch those strawberries out of the Designer Series paper. I didn't even stamp. Super fun. We had a gathering here and we were discussing what way the seeds go on the strawberry. So so that's super fun. And then this is also the example from the Berry Blessings, but in a different color scheme. So that uses the Pacific Point and the greens as opposed to this one where you've got the strawberries. So we have blueberries instead. So, so what I'm going to do is show you exactly what I did to create that fun fold and that card. So I'm going to bring in my Stampin' trimmer because I've got all this stuff piled up here, so it's kind of like Leaning Tower of card stuff. So the Designer Series paper is 11 by 4 1/4. So I just took the 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper and cut it in half. I'm going to slide it into my Stampin' Up! Trimmer. Hopefully you can see most of that. I'll slide it up just a little bit more here. The camera is not big enough for everything I want to do. All right, so I slide it in and I'm going to scoot it all the way to the 5.5 inch mark. And I am going to use my scoring tool. So I'm just going to score it at 5.5. That's right in half. Then I'm going to slide my paper to the left. And this may look upside down. I'm left-handed, so I work kind of funny on that. I'm going to slide it over to the 2 3/4 inch mark. And then I am going to cut. So then I have that piece left over and we can put the trimmer away. So when I fold on that score line, I have the base of my card, and then this little leftover piece presents the base on which we'll stamp and create our images. So let me set that aside and we'll do some stamping and I'll share the other dimensions with you. I always like to have my Stampin' Pierce mat for the photopolymer stamps. I have them all lined up on my blocks and all ready to go. So, yes, I am. And everything's left-handedness is interesting. They did try to get me to switch to be right-handed in 4th or 5th grade, and my mother said, absolutely not. So, here we go. The measurements for the rest of the pieces, I have a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and that's going to be where we'll stamp, and that's 4 by, I'm using my 2.5. And then I have a piece of the Designer Series paper. We did this card in class the other day, and we couldn't decide if we liked which side we liked. So the Designer Series piece is 2.5 by 4. A 1 by 4, and then we have a 4 by, that's like a 1/2 inch. So those are the pieces that we're going to use, as well as a 5 1/4 by 4 inch piece of Whisper White, Basic White, excuse me. All right, so let's stamp on this sheet. And absolutely, I knew I was going to forget something, so let me just grab my Memento ink. And we will, let's stamp the sentiment first so then I know where I can put my berries and my leaves. So the sentiment, you always have a way of making my day. There are a lot of people in my life I could send that to. So I'm going to ink that up. I always sometimes just like to ink from above. It just makes it, gives you a better overall coverage. Stamp that in the right-hand corner. Give it a sec to just kind of sink into the paper. All right, there we go. Now this is a two-step stamp, meaning that there are 2 images for each if you want to use them. And yes, I did want to use them. So I'm going to start with the leaf outline, and we'll do the leaf outline in the Memento. And I love the photopolymer because you can see right through and you know exactly where to stamp. So I can work around my sentiment here. All right. There we go. And then we'll use the leaf fill-in with the Granny Apple Green. Yep, and I'm going to go upside down again. And sometimes that sticks really well to the photopolymer. All right, so then I'm going to just hover it over those leaves. And I'm just a tad off, but that's okay because it's just kind of an abstract kind of thing. Generally, if it's in the area, we're good to go. All right, let's add the blueberries. And you can see these little hooks there. That's where the berries go. And there is not an exact science to that. Maybe my blueberries will be on the stem and maybe they won't. But there we go. Then I am going to use the Pacific Point to actually add the berries, the color to the berries. Isn't this cool how it just all lines up? I just love it. Makes it really easy to be successful in making a really cute and simple card, especially with that fun fold. All right, now we have the pieces to put it all together. So this is one of those things where you could do a whole bunch at one time and get them sent out and let someone know that you're thinking of them. All right, let's bring all of our pieces in. Let me know if you have any questions about what I used or how it went together. I will be switching this to a YouTube video later, and there will be the card samples and the directions on my blog. So be sure to look for that. I'm at www.kimplayswithpaper.com. I lied. I'm going to bring this back in my trimmer real quick. Oftentimes I'll use my Stamparatus for this, but I'm going to put my adhesive on the back of this little piece, and I like to use something to line it up because this is going to go, if I don't, right on the edge. So sometimes if you stick your paper right to the edge and then butt it up, you have a much better chance of getting it on straight. And I need all the help I can get in that category. All right. And then just for kind of fun little added design, I'm going to add that teeny little piece of Pacific Point paper, and I'll just use some glue dots on the back of that, probably 3. And hope you've had a chance to get some SaleABration goodies. If you haven't, there's still time. So we'll just, can't go wrong with free product, and especially when you can mix and match the designer series paper with the stamps to create some fun cards. All right, then I'm going to put this in the middle of our card, and that'll still give you a spot to write on. Write a message when you put it in the envelope, because these do fit in regular envelopes. So, good color combination here. So there we have that. The next piece is to add the designer series paper to the front. Again, these dimensions will be on my blog post. If you want them emailed separately, give me a holler. That goes here. All right, this goes on top of that piece, remember, that we cut off. Using my Stampin' Seal Plus. All righty. So now the trick comes is we need to put this on top. So I'm just going to put some Stampin' Seal part way across, because we don't want it to stick out, and I made that mistake on another card and I have tape everywhere. So we don't want to put it on here and have it stick shut. So I applied a little and just plop it in right here. And there we are. There is our fun fold using the free products from Stampin' Up! SaleABration. Let me just quickly show you the samples again in case you popped in late. Again, these will be on my blog. I don't know, I really think this is just really fun. Really, really bright and cheery. And there are other sentiments in that set as well. And I always, always, always need thank you notes, so that's perfect for that. And birthday. And I have someone I want to send this to as soon as I get a picture taken of it. So that will be going in the mail. And then the touch of ink. And thanks for joining me today. If you have any questions, let me know. I don't know which one of these you have a favorite of those. Good morning, Chris. Thanks for popping in. Just let me know if you have any questions. And I appreciate you spending a little bit of time here with me on Tuesday morning. I'll be back next Tuesday morning at 8:30 Mountain Time with another fun stamping project. In the meantime, take care. Thanks, Veronica. Thanks for popping in. Take care. Have a good week and happy stamping. Bye-bye.